We'll spend day 33 at White Oak Conservatory. White Oak Conservatory consists of 17,000 acres in Florida and Georgia, about 1,000 of that in Georgia. We have extensive pastures where they breed 30 different species of animals, 18 of them endangered. And Lynn will be our guide for the day.
Somalia, a lot of civil unrest, takes human life, takes animal toll as well. Habitats are destroyed. The other big issue with them, they were inbreeding and protecting them.
Yes, and they charge us a herd.
Yes, they do.
Zoos is that they're doing away with so much bars.
Yeah, definitely more guest friendly.
Mm-hmm.
They can go up to 2 months without drinking water.
Because it goes through the...
Yes, this is when you need the zoom.
Mm-hmm.
200, maybe close to 300 births. That is more than exists in the wild. So these are critically endangered, the Dama gazelle. Most quite a bit years ago, which didn't help, but it is their habitat that has just shrunk. Our campers call these the toasted marshmallows.
Oh, okay.
Because of the color, don't they look? So she was delivered by C-section. One of the other cubs had died in utero. Once you do a C-section, that's it. There you go. So they're another premier cheetah breeder. So.
Pull meat off of it. Probably knuckle bone, cow knuckle bone.
Native habitat of so many species are being agriculturally transitioned. Theirs is palm oil plantation.
Yeah, those huge plantations down there.
Yep.
Hey, he's coming to see you.
So the boars, this is a 2000.
That'd be fine.
Okay.
Little baby out there.
Yep. Got some information of 6 months or so ago. Out of that original 12, 15 animals, it's up to 90 now.
Good, so it is a growing.
Successful reintroduction.
Now, are they, when you say 90, are those in actual wild condition?
Correct.
Adorable.
well adapted for forest living, kind of that small, narrow, roach hunchback body style.
Now let's way.
The females have like little fur pouches on their cheeks.
Part of our tour is a feeding experience with the
I love
giraffes.
bamboo.
Endeavor
Love,
the
love
Explorer
bamboo.
is excited about that.
Real good.
How old's the little baby, do you know?
Oh, that baby's 6 weeks old now.
Okay.
Yes, so that's a young one. That's the last one of our, we had a beautiful big bull giraffe, Griffin, but his daughters have become breeding age, so he went to go to the zoo over the West Coast. And so that's his last calf. And this is Griffin. So Griffin in front of me right now, he is our new bull. He's still a little too young to know the drill.
Uh-huh.
So giraffes, of course, the tallest mammal. That's 19 feet in length or height. One of the biggest parts of any mammal. Land mammal, anyway. 5 pounds, that part today. And they are pollinators. If you notice, there's whiskers on these guys. There's not too many bees and butterflies in Africa. So they are vital to pollinate those trees. Long whiskers.
I didn't realize that. That's something new I didn't know.
Yeah, without them, a lot of things wouldn't be pollinated. And again, when you think about it, yeah, probably not a lot of bees, butterflies out there.
Honey nut?
That's honey nut. The little one is honey nut.
Honey nut.
And I'm not sure which one the mother is. I tell you, that little calf is like an orphan half. They look like velvet. They feel like velvet, but your hand is black and sticky. They call it a poppy grease. It's a water repellent. These are a rainforest animal. They need to repel the water unless it's a mother with young.
How many do you have?
We have like.
I repeat from my videos sometimes, so I would remember.
Got it.
My rememberer doesn't always work.
These are ambassador animals, like the camp kids go in this corral, and they'll actually go in there.
Thank you. It's beautiful.
Which one is that? Cypress?
Yes, you're beautiful, honey. I'm not a deer.
Yep, he's going down.
Hey, how are you? Just so he can't reach you.
Yeah, well, you know, better safe than sorry.
Yes.
Huge
That's
change.
Pepper? Hey.
So these are brothers, Cypress and Pepper.
Pepper. Okay.
Hey, Pepper.
Come here.
Yeah, he came out
He's
just
all
for
right.
you.
He came
Have
to
they
see you.
shown any aggression, male aggression? Not yet. That's good. You don't.
They are food aggressive.
Well, of course.
And they've always been that
Sand
way.
pollock, sand attack. Look at that beautiful face.
Yeah.
So the name white rhino is not because they're white. The name was actually white rhino, white, which is an African word for wide. These are known as the wide-mouthed rhinos. They're a grazer. That head will be down probably 90% of the time, just grazing like a cow.
They look weird to me because it always looks like their eyes out on their nose.
Yeah.
I mean, it really looks like it's out on the end of
Right,
their
side of
nose.
the head. They have to turn their heads. They are completely blind right in front and right behind them. They have no vision. That's why they're constantly turning their heads.
Like buffalo do.
Yes.
Like bison.
Yep, yep.
Bison.
There is a herd dynamic typically led by a female. You will have a hierarchy. And of course, every rhino has yeah. Oh no, they are light up. They have access to that.
Do they have their own
You
individual?
know, I'm not sure when they bring them in if they're like horses, they go to their stall. You know, they probably do. They probably have their individual lights. So when the keepers come
As big as the other ones. Yeah.
When they're really young, they look like four saucers on the end of sticks.
yes. Well, their little
Fetus.
one is impending right now.
Oh.
The young will typically stay with the mother for about a year and a half. Often she's rebred and will kind of kick the kid out before the next one is born. Here, I've seen 2-year-olds nursing on mom for comfort, of course. Aided by the higher powers, looking at our collection and DNA. But this rushing, you know, just going at it. And a half hour later, they're eating next to each other.
They just gotta get
Like a
that
boy
energy
thing. Yeah, it's
out.
like a boy thing.
Well, the white rhino tends to be less aggressive than some of the others. The
They are.
black, I think the black is most aggressive.
Oh, they are, and they're solitary. So the black is solid. This is one of the most gregarious of the rhinos. They are going to live in larger groupings. These are the smallest of the rhino species we work with.
This is Tyson.
Hi, Tyson.
Got that prehensile lip.
You're
They
handsome.
do. They are a browser. Think giraffe. So he's got the upper and lower prehensile tips, and they can pick a piece of leaf. So we were to the point poaching wise a few years back. It's gotten better, but statistically throughout a year we were losing 3 rhinos a day. 3 rhinos a day, and it takes 3 years to replace 1 rhino. 16, 18 months gestation, another year and a half with mom.
Yeah.
So we're upside down.
Hey, boy. We also have a white rhino
So when he comes up, the
encounter.
main thing is put
As
your hands
the
straight
white
in,
rhino
don't get
comes
it
over, and
where if it
as an
leans on
explorer,
you,
you
push
know
him off.
has to touch. Hey, bully. Hey, bully.
So the alfalfa is strictly a tree that would be much diet for him. No, he does actually. I think
Now with the ears back, is that like a horse?
So bully, I think that's about 500 pounds, so that has 500. These are going to be gray head. You don't want to have to listen too much. And look at the muscle that comes off.
Like a bison.
Yes, that big pump. Come on over, Lily.
What?
So I have a quiz for you, and you might know this because you know so much. Rhinos are distant cousins, distantly related to an animal that is domesticated, and you typically find this animal on a farm or a ranch. Distant cousin
gotcha.
rhino, one toe on a horse, the other one in there is a tapir. We don't have tapirs. But digestively, they're very similar.
Okay.
Big animal, horse, big animal. They eat grass, leaves, twigs. But they're eating anywhere from 18 to 20 hours out of 24.
So they're not ruminants.
No, they're not, and they're not expending a lot.
Good spot?
Yeah, behind the ear is the softest. Of course, he's so dirty right now, wallowing.
Well, that's what they do.
They do. They're little muddies.
I see a horn coming through.
You know, and one of the biggest tragedies for keepers that get injured is complacency.
Yes.
You've done it every day the same.
Bullying still.
He's a nice rat.
He is. He is a really good
He
ambassador.
tolerated the Deborah. Deborah, you see a worker in a pen, you can forget the animal.
Oh yeah, that you know that animal's in its night house or something. Hey, handsome.
Look at you.
Are you one of the mamas to be? Are you coming out to have a baby? Huh? Yes. So we have nice colonies of these, and they all go into the. Look at the tracks. They all go into the tortoise burrow to flee the wildfires.
Go for tortoise. This is a gopher tortoise now. And now, unfortunately, it's time for us to head back to our hotel. It's a long drive, about 5 miles, to the gate.
No. Because of Popeyes.
And this brings us to the end of day 33.